Hello everyone, welcome to English 110. As you know, this is a first year literary survey class. I hope that all of you who are in this class today have already taken English 100 and passed that. If not, please let me know because I do not think you're allowed to take this class unless you have already cleared English 100. So for this section of English 110, as you already saw in the online course, we are going to focus on apocalyptic literature. Well, so it should be fun. We are going to deal with the end of the world and anything from starvation, cannibalism to hybridized animal species and cyborgs. So I'm looking forward to this kind of exciting and a little bit creepy maybe journey while we imagine a world where the world as we know it has ended and we evaluate the situations that can push towards that end and what we can do as responsible citizens to prevent such an end and do our share to make the world a better place. So today we're going to look at the syllabus. We're going to know a little more about each other. We are going to establish the rules and expectations of the class. And you're free to ask me anything that you may want to know about me. And we will move on from there. Alright, so first let me tell you who I am. My name is long. It's Sabujkoli Bandyopadhyay. Sabujkoli is my first name. But you can call me Sabu because that's my Canadianized first name, I guess. I was born and brought up in India. I came to Canada to do my PhD and I finished my PhD last year, got my degree from University of Alberta in comparative literature, and then I moved here. I love Regina and this is my first time teaching this class. I have not taught this class before, but I'm very excited about the class and I'm hoping that you will share my enthusiasm. Now you tell me, why did you choose this section of the class while you have some of the other sections which are focusing on other themes? I know off the top of my head someone is doing dystopian literature for the same class, and I think we are also doing literature and science. So why apocalyptic literature? What drew you towards this section of the class is something that I'm very interested in knowing. And perhaps we can do something today during our class after we introduce ourselves to establish what drew you to this class and see whether the class is promising to deliver that. So that would be number one thing. Number two would be to go through the syllabus and look at the texts, look at the assignments, look at the needs for participating in the class, attending the classes, doing the assignments. Attendance does not equal to participation in this class. So active participation does mean that you will share your ideas and contribute to knowledge formation in this class. So please speak up, speak out, engage with your neighbor, engage with me, engage with everyone around you. Share your thoughts on what apocalypse is, what makes you interested in the thought, why do you think we should study the apocalypse and its literary adaptations of that same theme of apocalypse. Why should we study that in 2017? That's the basic background. Anyone has any questions so far? No. Good. So to move on, first, excuse me, I'll give you an overview of the course. So as you know, this is critical reading and writing 2. So you have done reading and writing 1 in your English 110. So the expectations from this class is a little different from English 100. For our class, this class, you have to be able to formulate research questions, write research papers in literature, be able to identify secondary sources and relate them to a research question interweave integrations in your research papers. So the things that are not just the primary level of reading, but actually bringing together multiple sources to make an argument, to make a thought clearer or more academic in some sense. So if you look at the syllabus, on the first page you will see we have the learning outcomes. And the first thing about that is it mentions that you will be able to formulate your research question and write a research paper at the end of this term. It also states that you will do extensive in-class reading and writing assignments. By that extensive, it's not that, I'm going to drill you so hard that you don't want to come back to this class. But the whole idea is that a substantial portion of the reading and writing will be done in the class. It is because the course is supposed to be an internship, so that when you move out of this course, you will be able to perform at a level that is expected for the 200, 300, or 400 level courses. You will know how to write your assignments. You would not have any more struggle with the formulation of those research papers, how to write the long essay questions, things like that. So first of all, if you look at the learning outcomes, the first thing is that oh, excuse me. So go bullet by bullet point because my throat is aching. So we talked about the first expectation of being able to formulate a research question. Then you look and see participation in class. It says that you'll be able to you should be able to actively participate in classes. In case you are absent from the class, take notes, let me know. And if you are missing out on crucial in-class assignments, then we have to arrange for something that can be substituted, but that has to be agreed upon well in advance. And you should tell me, unless it's a medical emergency or a personal emergency that you can't foresee, of course. Those are special situations. Again, contact me. We will see what we can do. All work for the class should be handed in on time. If you are late, you are going to receive a penalty. If a paper is overdue by 7 days, then I'm not going to take the paper anymore. Okay, so if you're late by 7 days, then the paper is not acceptable at the time. I know these sound harsh when you say that out loud in the beginning, but it actually helps out because it trains everyone to understand that the regimentation of the academic process. You are taking multiple classes. One of the trainings that we give in university is that the ability to multitask and manage your time in a very beneficial way. So that keeping that in mind, we have to hand in our assignments on time. So that brings us to the assignments. So if you look, we have 2 essays. The first one is an expository essay. The second one is a persuasive essay. So the difference is, first one you describe a topic, the second one you will critically analyze something and make a point and push for that point, that why you think so, and convince me to think like you, or show me that there is a credibility in thinking like you. And the third one is a research paper. Now, you are free to choose your topic, but I have listed 4 different big umbrella topics for you. So now you can choose like subtopics from that. And then there is a 25% worth assigned to a final exam. The final exam is supposed to test everything that we have done throughout the course. And so that's it. And the main texts, you will look at the main texts and see, well, it would be interesting. So we are reading some poems, some short stories, and 2 novels. And now we will engage in our assignment activity. So we will tell our neighbors 2 most boring things about ourselves and 1 interesting thing about ourselves. Okay, go.